Right now at 5:30, community members will be meeting later today to discuss the future of a popular basketball tournament in Lexington.
Also on WKYT this morning, storms across the state left behind quite a bit of damage in parts of the bluegrass, and we'll have a look at that damage coming up in just a few minutes right here.
A man has 2 close calls in a week's worth of time. Coming up, the man barely escaped a car fire just days after surviving a hit-and-run accident in Lexington.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning, and it's so good to have you with us here on this Tuesday. It's June 30th, the end of this month. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Rebecca Smith. It seems like, summer has finally started.
Zipping on, isn't it?
Now we're feeling almost like we're going into fall.
I know. Good to have you back, by the way. Yeah,
Thanks.
Had a nice little vacation?
It was a nice little vacation, and, to be honest with you, one of the places I went to in Massachusetts, it was freezing cold. It was like not even 60 degrees.
Well,
so it's nice to be back in the warmth.
Right. At least we have that.
Yeah.
And so we're going to be watching weather pretty carefully today, and meteorologist Micah Harris is going to check on that with the possibility of more strong storms.
Bill, she's been rubbing in those 50s that she had experienced for a week all morning long. She showed us that this morning. You know what? It's all right. She was a little cool, and we're taking our temperatures like we are now here in the upper 70s, lower 80s. And it's not all that bad. Now, it's not the 50s that she had, but you know what? It's not all that bad. We're sitting outside First Alert Defender Live radar, and we're seeing those storms develop from the north, sliding south and southeast. Expect those later on today. Could you have a slight chance during the morning hours? Yeah, it's possible, but it's really that afternoon time things start to spark up. Temperatures are in the 60s, 67 there in the Lennon-Corbin area. And planning out your Tuesday, we get in toward the afternoon. 2 to 6 p.m., that's your best bet for strong to potentially severe storms. We'll get into that and show you what you can expect out of that and how that'll affect your day coming up in a few minutes.
All right, we'll see you in a few, and we thank you.
Well, storms created a bit of chaos in Kentucky last night.
WKYT received several reports of fallen trees, high water in many areas. WKYT's Hillary Thornton is live in Lexington with a look at some of that damage. Hillary, which parts of the bluegrass were sort of hardest hit by the storms?
Good morning, Bill. Several reports coming out of Jessamine County, and as you mentioned, here in Lexington, especially where we are here on Rocky Hill Terrace. It's in the Lansdowne area, and you can see this home where we are. A large tree fell on top of that house. And as those strong storms swept through the area yesterday afternoon, winds knocked over this 50-year-old tree, landing on top of the house. The tree damaged the roof and 2 bedrooms. While the homeowner was inside at the time, thankfully she was not hurt. High winds also caused some downed trees on Mount Tabor and Military Pike, while the heavy rain caused high waters on Nicholasville Road near Tiverton and Loudon at Russell Cave, where police did have to shut down the eastbound lanes for about an hour. Then over in Jessamine County, emergency management officials say the southern part of the county saw the majority of the damage, with multiple downed trees, problems from the heavy rain, power outages, and at least 1 structure was destroyed. The winds at the time of all of this damage were estimated at around 50 miles per hour. Thankfully, emergency management officials in both areas say there were no injuries, and they do believe most people were prepared when this storm came through. Live in Lexington, Hillary Thornton, WKYT.
All right, thanks so much, Hillary. There were some scary moments for one Lexington man this morning after his car caught fire. This happened just after midnight on North Limestone near New Circle. The man tells us he felt his brakes go out, so he just pulled over. That can be a scary situation. He just made it out of the car when the front end caught fire.
Here, I felt the brakes weren't working. I saw that the light was red, so I had to make a decision whether to run that light and take the chance of hitting the car, hitting something. I tried to pull in there, so I pulled in here and just threw it in park. When I jumped out the car, 2 ladies was over there, and they said, "Hey, the car's on fire."
Well, Abdeen tells us it's been a tough week for him. He's wearing that brace and sling you saw in that shot of him because he was involved in a hit-and-run crash on Winchester Road last week. He says a car crashed into him as he was riding his motorcycle. Now, with no vehicle whatsoever left, he says he'll have to buy a new car.
It's 5:35 on WKYT this morning. Lexington police officers are looking for the men who robbed 2 fast food employees this morning as they were leaving work. It happened about 2:15 this morning outside the Burger King on Lane Allen Road. Officers tell us the 2 people were leaving for the night when 2 men came up to them. One had a gun. They demanded money, and they got away with cash and a cell phone. Police say they are looking at surveillance footage to try to identify the suspects. A recent shooting at Douglas Douglas Park in Lexington that killed a man on Father's Day has community leaders rethinking their plans about holding that popular basketball tournament in that park. WKYT's Mark Barber is live from the Dunbar Community Center, where community leaders will be meeting later today. Mark, have those who put the basketball games on since the shooting decided how they're going to go? How have they handled things since?
Good morning, Bill. Well, the community leaders say as they're trying to figure out if it is safe to play those basketball games over at Douglas Park, they have been holding those games instead here at the Dunbar Community Center. Now, this is also where basketball players, referees, and many other people in the community will meet today to discuss their concerns with Douglas Park. That's where the annual Dirt Bowl basketball tournament has been played since the 1960s. It's also where a shooting injured 5 people on Father's Day. One of the shooting victims, Kwame El Amin, was shot in the neck during a game. He died Thursday night. The 42-year-old operated a food truck, and his friends say he touched many lives around him. Police tell us that they are still looking for leads in the case and have not made any arrests. The family of the man who started the Dirt Bowl tournament tells us that if their father knew that the most recent tournament was characterized by violence, he would roll over in his grave. The community will start discussing whether they want to continue playing games at Douglas Park at 5:30 this afternoon. Live in Lexington, Mark Barber, WKYT.
Mark, thank you very much. We're tracking a developing story out of Menifee County this morning. We've learned that state troopers are working a crash right now on US 460 in the Means community. That is west of Frenchburg. Dispatchers tell us the crash involves one vehicle and the driver was ejected. We have no word right now on that person's injuries. Our crews are working to get more information. Again, of course, this Means community is between Frenchburg and the Mount Sterling area. We'll keep you updated as soon as we get more information in our newsroom.
Well, we do have some new information to bring along for you this morning. In the murder case involving a Southern Kentucky man, an autopsy reveals that 79-year-old Amos Yoder was beaten to death in his home in Todd community. His wife, Marjorie, is still in the hospital but is in stable condition. The two were victims of a home invasion. Police say Amos was a respected elder in the Mennonite community.
Well, many across Kentucky have welcomed the legalization of gay marriage. Many others have not. Jackson County Judge Executive Shane Gabbard says that county will honor marriage licenses, but he refuses to marry any couple anymore, straight or same-sex. And the Rowan County Clerk is now refusing to issue any marriage licenses. Several churches have taken a stance against same-sex marriage as well, but one congregation in Prestonsburg says that they will not turn away anyone regardless of sexual orientation.
He didn't pick and choose. He made us all.
We have gays and lesbians in our church. I don't react to them. I don't think any different than I do anybody else.
WKYT spoke to the governor's office regarding the Rowan County Clerk deciding not to issue licenses. Governor Steve Beshear says while there are certainly strong-held views on both sides of the issue, the fact remains that each clerk vowed to uphold the law regardless of his or her personal beliefs. He goes on to say, I appreciate the clerks who are fulfilling their duties, issuing licenses to all couples, and I would expect others to execute the duties of their offices as prescribed by law and to issue marriage licenses to all Kentuckians.
Well, some see this as a big win for Kentucky's coal industry. The Supreme Court has rejected the Environmental Protection Agency's ruling requiring power plants to cut certain emissions. The court ruled the EPA must reconsider its regulations on mercury and on emissions from coal-fired power plants. They say the agency did not consider the cost of the regulations on utilities and power customers before implementing them. 21 states, including Kentucky, challenged the rules. Lawmakers from eastern Kentucky tell us the ruling is long overdue.
Hopefully, with this ruling, we can fire some of our coal-fired plants up and start working on whittling and getting these bills back down to where they need to be.
The regulations will remain in place while the EPA decides how to rewrite them to account for costs.
Well, a judge has ruled that a Laurel County grandmother is competent to stand trial for murder. Police say Melissa Warstell was on drugs when she crashed her car last December. That crash killed her infant granddaughter. Warstell is still in jail on a $250,000 bond. That all according to the Corbin Times-Tribune. Law enforcement agencies across the country are urged to be on high alert amid a terror warning for this coming holiday weekend. Calls by ISIS to take up arms against enemies during during the holy month of Ramadan prompted the warning. In New York City, for the July 4th fireworks display, police are planning to have everything locked down. Snipers will be strategically placed in crowds, manhole covers welded shut, and mobile cameras will be put in place to monitor crowds. The man who became so famous for saying, "You're fired," is now fired himself. NBC is cutting its ties with a 2016 presidential hopeful, and they are saying that Donald Trump's Miss USA pageant, scheduled for July 12th, also will not air on the network. The company said it came to the decision after, quote, the recent derogatory statements by Donald Trump regarding immigrants. But Trump says he won't apologize. He's planning to sue Univision and possibly NBC. 5:41 the time this morning, and we're going to check live drive traffic, see how folks are moving along on this last day of June as we get ready for July. Take a look out there right now at the Waze app and see if we see any issues, anything going on.
I believe we have it. Do we have the Waze app? I know I was checking it yesterday because there was a ton of traffic around 5:30 last night.
Yeah.
So it comes in handy from time to time to be able to check out what's going on.
You were coming in from the north, right?
I was, and it was heavy traffic just everywhere, but, you know.
Yeah.
Hopefully this morning won't be like that.
Hopefully you're good to go.
Yeah.
No reports of any trouble early, so we'll keep you informed. And Officer Don will be along here in just a few minutes. And it sure is good to have you with us here on WKYT this morning. A lot more on the way. We'll have Micah watch that weather for us. Then we have this.
Hey, speaking of Micah, ever want a pizza that's a little easier to eat? I'm sure he does. There's a new pizza revolution that's set to come to more parts of the U.S. We'll tell you more about it.
Try not to even look at it when it comes up on the screen. Man, that looks too good this morning. First Low Defender Live Radar. More storms as we saw toward the afternoon. They are diving in from the north and northwest. What do we expect out of these, and how will that affect your day? I'll have all that coming up next.